Hello everyone, it's Jodi, and I wanted to come on this very first day of Sale-a-Bration and share some new card samples with you, some new products, and also do a quick demonstration. So not only is it the beginning of our Sale-a-Bration promotion, but it is the first day that you can order out of this new Stampin' Up mini catalog. So you can view all of the products in my online store. I can send you a link to a PDF of the catalog, or if you would like, we can mail one out to you as well. So I'm going to turn in this new mini catalog to page 33, and that is the beginning of the Floral Delight suite. So let me just show you a little bit here. It gives you a few different card ideas here, shows you a little bit of the product in the dies and stamp and some embellishments and ribbon. And then there's several more pages that feature this product suite. So on this side, again, it's a great way to see some of the patterned paper, the Delightful Wishes stamp set, and it's got these coordinating dies. There's the Daffodil Delight ribbon, there's these tiny bee trinkets, and then on this side, you've got the floral and gingham vellum, and then the Floral Delight designer paper. Turning one more set of pages, pages 36 and 37, it shows you a little bit in more detail, some things that you can do with the dies and layering like that. And then also on this side, some ideas with the vellum and that card right there. So there's quite a bit, several pages in this catalog dedicated to the Floral Delight suite. So to show you a little bit more about these designer papers, I'm going to pull in, I participated in a demonstrator card swap, and so these actually just arrived in the mail today, which was perfect timing. So this uses a different stamp set, but it showcases the Floral Delight designer paper. And so I just wanted to show that, and it's a different fun fold as well. And then this one includes the Delightful Wishes stamp set, as well as the little bee trinkets and that Daffodil Delight ribbon. So this is a great example showcasing all of the different products in this suite. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use this vellum, the floral and gingham vellum. I'm going to use this pattern here, but I did not get this particular bundle. So I ordered the vellum, the designer paper, and the ribbon, and I chose to combine these things with products from like different suites or just simply a different bundle altogether. So I am going to use this bundle. It's called Linked Together. It's on pages 48 and 49. If you have the catalog, like I said, you can just look in the online store and you'll see everything too. You'll see these ideas in the online store as well. So the Linked Together stamp set is 8 images. They're photopolymer. Excuse me, you can see that they're all greetings, and then they've got some really fun dies paired with them. I like the dies. There's a lot of detail with the stitching here on the diamond shape and the circle. There's some like stems here, 2 different pieces, and then these flowers. And what I like about this too is that I can use this one die and it's going to stamp out the 4 flowers all at once. So that saves me some time. And then, of course, there is this, oh, what would the word be? I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. Pattern is not the word. Gosh, if you think of the word I'm trying to say, let me know. I don't know. Overlay, pattern, something. There's a word for it that's not coming to me. But nonetheless, it's pretty cool. Okay, so... And this, oh, I know what I was going to say about this, the Link Together, the bundle here, it also has these decorative masks, and I haven't played with them yet, but I do have them, so I will definitely be showing this bundle again soon. So I think I'm going to set this aside for now and pull in some of the supplies that I'm going to use. A lattice, maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, thank you. So this is Pool Party. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and this is going to be the card base. I always like to use my bone folder to help get a nice crisp fold in that cardstock. And then, like I said, I have a piece of the vellum that I want to pull in. Now, vellum, if you're not familiar with it, it's somewhat transparent. You can see through it a little bit. And so when I put it on the pool party, you can see the look that it has here. But what I want to do as a point of comparison is take some basic white cardstock and lay a piece of the same vellum right on top of it and set it here side by side. And can you see a difference? To me, it's pretty obvious. I'm not sure how it's showing on the video, but to me, this whole right piece is just lightened and brightened up a little bit because it's got that white behind it as opposed to the pool party. So let me know if you can see that difference. I like this with the white behind it. It just brightens it up a little bit. And so what I'm going to do, instead of just attaching the vellum right to the pool party, is I'm going to first attach it to the white and then the pool party. I'd like that brighter look that that gives. Before I do that though, I'm going to very carefully tear just a little bit of the edge of the vellum by pulling it toward me. I do it just a little bit at a time just so I can control it a little bit more. And I'm pulling it with my finger here and just guiding with my thumbs. And that gives me just a little bit of a rough edge here. And it also just has a little bit of the white show through too. So to attach vellum, you want to be a little bit careful about the adhesive you use, because if I just took my regular Stampin' Seal and did some lines, there's a good chance when I attach that to the white that you'd see those lines of adhesive. So for that reason, I'm going to use some of this liquid glue, and I'm hoping, I used it fairly recently. Sometimes I mean to just do, oh, there we go. Just a little tiny dot. And what I'm doing is just kind of making contact on the back of the vellum, on the center of the flowers, and not necessarily every one, just enough so that there's enough points of contact that it will attach to that basic white cardstock. So I'm just randomly doing some dots of glue. I did it right behind the flower center because you won't see it then. And I'm just going to line it up over here on the left and then just carefully press it down. When you use liquid glue, I don't typically use liquid glue unless I'm doing something special like this. Some people I know will just use their liquid glue in place of a tape runner like this, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just not my preference, but there are definitely things where I do prefer the liquid glue. One advantage to the liquid glue, not only to get it in very precise spots so that I can do something like attach vellum, but it does give you some wiggle room. So if you're attaching something and you're not quite sure if you're going to get it in the exact right place, then the liquid glue is nice because it does give you some flexibility. Okay, now to just attach this to the card, I'll use my regular Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to attach this way over here on the left, right at the fold on the card. So we've got that there. And then I have a piece of Daffodil Delight to tie in that color. And then I went ahead and used Old Olive ink, and that, let me pull the linked together back in real quick again. The Just a Note greeting from the Linked Together stamp set. I went ahead, stamped that over on the right edge intentionally. And then this is a piece from that designer paper, Floral Delight, I think. Floral, I can't remember if that's the name of the suite or the designer paper, but that's the paper I'm using, just a little sliver of that paper. And I'm going to attach it all the way flush on that side, and then just have a nice border around two of the edges and the top. And then this piece will get attached across here. And then remember that die that had the 4 flowers together? I went ahead and cut some of those with Daffodil Delight. And so we've got that little piece to add, which is why I intentionally stamped over to the right. But you can probably see there's something peeking in over here that I want to add first. This card is great. There's nothing wrong with it, but this is going to just really elevate the card, I guess figuratively and literally, by adding this lattice over the solid piece. So it's just a tone on tone, but it's really going to add a lot of dimension and texture to this card. So these are cut the same size. I'm going to flip this over, use my liquid glue again, and do the same type of thing where, just like in kindergarten, a dot does a lot. And I'm just going to put it kind of at the intersections here on the lattice so that we've got enough on there to hold it securely. We don't want glue oozing out anywhere. So I'm doing it in the corners, but then I'm gonna just so lightly touch along the edge. I really don't want to get too much. I'm just kind of skimming across it really. And then this final edge here, and we should be good to go. Okay, so there's lots of spots that have just those dots of glue. Hopefully you can see that well enough. And then I'm just going to line it up on this layer. This is where that liquid glue is nice also. Not only did I get it in a precise spot, but it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to get it right where I want it to be. So I'm just going to push it over a tiny bit there. And then I'm going to put it face down and just rub it a little more firmly to get that to be secure. All right, now I'll use my Stampin' Seal one more time and get the adhesive on the back of that, and then attach this here. Relatively center. I usually tend to do things, that's pretty centered. I usually tend to do things up just a little bit higher than center. And then this piece that's already attached to one another, we'll just do this, and again, that's going to be flush with the right edge of the card, and then there's going to be a little bit of space there. And then I'm going to use, actually I'm going to put my cap on that quick. I'm going to use a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of this little flower and pop that up. And again, that's why I left this little space right here, is just to have space for that embellishment. And then I'm going to use these. They are called Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. These are from an entirely different product suite, but this blue is just a perfect match here. So I'm lifting off the adhesive with my fingernail and just setting it right there in the center of that flower. And these being iridescent is really interesting because when it's setting here on the white background, it looks very different than when I pull that away. Just like that vellum, because it's somewhat transparent, it really takes on some of that color that's behind it. So if I did this on the pool party, it would have a very different look too. So that is, again, Sunny Day Iridescent Dots, and there's different sizes there and 3 different colors. So this is what I have for you tonight with that Floral Delight suite. Again, I use the Floral Delight designer paper, but I use the linked together bundle. So don't, you can definitely be inspired by the product suites that you see in the catalog, but don't let that limit you to thinking you can only use those papers with those stamps or anything. Or like I said, these embellishments, totally different product suite altogether, but I really like the way that it fit with this card. So I hope that that inspires your creativity. Be sure to look at all of the new products that launched today. There's just a ton. The mini catalog, some online exclusive items, some new scrapbooking supplies, so many new things. And of course, because it's Sale-a-Bration, you get to choose an item out of this brochure or, again, a section in the online store. With every $60 you order, you get something out of here for free. And an additional bonus is that I have a free card kit I'm offering with a $60 order this month too. So lots going on. Please reach out if you have any questions at all. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this card and have a great night.